Good morning, kids, or good afternoon. Today when you do your math, you are going to skip lesson 11 and go on to lesson 12. But some of you love doing little art projects, so I wanted to show you what lesson 11 could look like. If you take the piece that you made yesterday from your square and you were to trace it multiple times in a pattern on a piece of paper, you would be making copies of this shape, and then you can choose colors and color them in. This is called a tessellation. So if you want to make a tessellation project, you could do that. So that's what lesson 11 is mostly about. It's called tessellating. Tessellate your shape on a blank piece of paper. Color it to create a pattern. Outline the perimeter with a highlighter. So we're just thinking about perimeter as being the outside boundary of a shape. So that's that. Now I'm going to go on to lesson 12. To do lesson 12, you are going to need a ruler and a pencil. And boys and girls, if you don't have your ruler, your parents are someone's going to come up to school today and pick up your supplies. And many of you had your name on your ruler, so your ruler could potentially be picked up by a parent at school today. But if you don't have a ruler, you could find one online, or you could just watch me do this. But one way or another, at a bare minimum, I want you to at least watch me do this. So today we are working on Module 7, Lesson 12, and we are measuring the lengths of shapes and finding the perimeter. So number 1 says to measure and label the side lengths of the shape in centimeters and find the perimeter. Okay, well, centimeters are the smaller unit of measure. So we line up the 0 mark, and I can see that this is 3 centimeters long, so I'm going to label that 3 centimeters. This looks like a square to me, but let's just make sure. Yep, that's 3 centimeters too. But something just happened. I have a lot of stuff on my desk and I couldn't quite get to the 0, so I don't have to be on the 0. Here, for me, this 5 fits better. So if I put the end point on the 5, jump 1, jump 2, jump 3, it's still 3 units. So I don't have to have my ruler at 0. I just need to count the units, and there are 3 jumps from 5 to 8. So as I continue, I'll just do it that way. So let's see, 12. I've had on the 12 here and a 15, that's 3. So this is a square. And what we need to do, so I've labeled the sides, I measured the sides, 3 centimeters plus 3 centimeters. This is like my equation, right? This is the math I would do to solve it. And 4 groups of 3 is 12. So we could think of it as repeated addition, or we could think of it as 4 groups of 3 is 12. Either way is going to work. 3, 6, 9, 12, counting. But that's how you do this page. So using centimeters, continue to measure, write out your equations, and write your total. Not too hard. On the back, I did want to talk about number 2 just briefly. Carson draws 2 triangles and they want you to find the perimeter. Well, if we're looking for the perimeter, boys and girls, do we need this to measure this line through the middle? No. So you will be measuring this length, this one, and this one. That is the perimeter of the shape he made, not the middle. And the last one I wanted to talk about on this page was this bottom one. These are not too hard, I don't think. Andrea measures one side length of the square below and says she can find the perimeter with that measurement. Explain your thinking. How can that be? Okay, well, centimeters, it says. Let's think about it. So this is 4 centimeters long. If it is a square and one side is 4 centimeters, why does Andrea think that she can find the whole perimeter even though she only measured one side? I think she's using what she knows about squares. And the rule of squares is that each side has the same length. So if one side is 4 centimeters, so is this and this and this. So I think that will help you be on the right track with that one. Okay, and your exit ticket, if you have time to do that as well. You're just measuring. Again, we're using centimeters today. So that is what you are doing in lesson 12. Remember, if you don't have your ruler, your parent will be going to school for a pickup today to pick up your school supplies. If you had your name on your things, your supplies will be there. If your name was not on your things, I will keep them in a bag and you can come and get them in the fall. All right, kids, have a great day with your math. Bye.